Skyrim Let's Play. Now, as you can see, we just completed the Taste of Death, so the next quest I need to do is retrieve the Dragonstone from Bleak Falls Barrow in order to continue the story. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and any mission requests leave down in the comments below, and I will take a look at them and see where to go from there. Now, I am only partially modded, only because a lot of the stuff that I have won't affect the gameplay, but it will stop the pop-up of trophies, so that way it doesn't bother anybody's views. Also, some of the mods I have are Lord of the Rings mods, just because that's one of my favorite anime. Well, movies. Now, as you can see, Bleak Falls Barrow is Whiterun's right over here, and Bleak Falls Barrow is right up here. But I can't fast travel because, again, I have a couple enemies.
Time to end this little game. Already lost. Dead and buried.
Okay, so I must have killed 2 of 3. Now that is one of the mod spells. It's a killing curse. And you can get that in the Phoenix Magic mod in the download section. Now, I should be able to fast travel to Bleak Falls Barrow. Now, with me starting out at level 100, it won't go up more levels unless I restart all my stats. Brenda, will you do that?
Just supposed to sit here when Arvin runs off with that broken claw?
Now this spell's one of the best I've found so far. And right now I'm doing a one-handed destruction. Now, this when I first did it a really long time ago, got me all confused. But this goes to this pillar here. The middle is right here, so we'll have snake. And then we'll go look up there, and we have a fish. And then any other combination, and you're more likely to get yourself killed at a lower level. Unless, of course, you have the mods I have, and then you might actually be able to live, but you'll still take some damage. Now, as you can see, a crap ton of spider webs and giant spider. And I can one-shot that, where usually it takes at least 2 to 3 shots.
You, over here! You did it, you killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first. It's coming loose. I can feel it.
Now he's gonna take off.
You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
And we're just gonna let him get killed. But because you don't want to face a lot of enemies, it's better if you kill a couple.
Is someone there? I knew it. I knew it.
And then you can just blast him. And it's kind of unfair for all of these things, but it's worth it. Now, last broadcast I didn't have a thing, so I kind of just had to point out by circling everything with the cursor. And I circled a lot of spots that were mods that I've done. Now, all of these you can search, and if you have the Firehearth DLC, you'll be able to do practically whatever and be able to have Draugr trophies. But as of right now, I do not have the house I need built to be able to do that. But it's best to collect everything while I can. And eventually I'm going to show everyone how the enchanting perk works. Because if you do something just right with a Skyrim weapon, you have a chance of having a god tier weapon. Pretty early on. And you'll be able to keep it and then just unmod everything and be able to keep all of your weapons. Now, this chest here, there's pretty much very little you can get except for those two things and that, which are worth a little bit of money. And as you can see, I just blew him away. Now to do a troll thing in the part, you've basically just got to get a troll skull, which unfortunately there aren't any here, but yeah, you can find them early on. Now, a lot of the skeletons and stuff that you can decorate your house in, which I will show you in a later video, is you have to have bone meal in order to create them. But other than that, you're basically just collecting stuff. I think the Draugr Deathlord isn't much on the creating scale, but I think you have to have at least 5 bone meal to do it, which you can get pretty early on. And like I said, if you guys want a tutorial on that, let me know in the comments and I will be more than happy to show you. Now, as you can see, I'm doing a lot less damage than most level 100s would be doing. And that's mainly because I'm using Skyrim without any kind of enchantments to it. But Skyrim has a specific perk where you can use any kind of fire weapon, well, any kind of frost weapon, and you can increase everything on it with relative ease. Now, I will be checking the comments afterwards, mainly because my phone is almost dead, and if you want anything in specific done, let me know in the comments below. Like, if you got any missions or whatnot, go ahead and just leave something in the comments below. Now, the key to these claws is to go down to them in your inventory, zoom in, and it'll tell you the code on the bottom of the claw. And some claws are a little bit different, but not too different. They're just different in the way that they're made. Now, this I have to look at the claw again. Activate the keyhole and back up, because if I possibly got it wrong, I would get shot to pieces. But I should be fine. And as you can see, you end up in this ending cavern. And one of the mods I have will unlock all of the shouts after I find the first one. So I'll get the first word to this, and basically all of these will be unlocked. Now, as you can see here, that is a poison, but if you want to pickpocket somebody easier or whatnot, there's paralysis poison, which will paralyze them, and basically it's a little thing that helps you get a successful pickpocket every time. But you gotta reverse pickpocket them and they'll just randomly drink it and you'll be fine. Now, as you can see, all of those pop-ups are all of the shouts unlocking themselves. And you basically just run through here, and there'll be a skull, some random things there, and this that you can search through, pick up what you want, and you should be able to carry everything with a certain ring which increases your carry weight by, I think it's 1,000,000 or 1,000, but it definitely helps to have that ring. Now, as you see here, we've just gotten through that entire cave with relative ease. And a lot of people who are new to this it'll be a lot more difficult to do. But there's a stone that you can get that's like the guardian stones that you can find over here that will give you a specific ability to make not pickpocketing, but lock picking a lot easier, which is really good for the Thieves Guild quests in Riften. And anyway, that's not the stone we want. That's the Lord Stone. We need the Tower Stone. I found it before. Steed. Again. Now, as you can see, I have every place unlocked, but for the sake of everyone else, I'm going to do this if I didn't unlock it, but I'm going to place markers everywhere. So, Serpent, Stone. And a lot of this you can do. Now, as you can see, the Hobbit Burrow is unlocked, and Hobbiton's unlocked. And it's just a small little area. Nothing too special. And then they have, I think it's somewhere over here. And then they have this little place, which is, you see in the first Lord of the Rings movies, which is again one of my favorites, and it's basically before it's all destroyed, but you can have a chance to explore the whole thing before the whole part where it's destroyed. And yeah, anyway, you can take that, and there's just a lot of pretty much not very good things in the chests up here, but still worth it to check each one, because I know at least one has something really good. And now I'm practically back at the beginning of checking that. Yeah, this is that tower with the race at the very beginning of like halfway through in Lord of the Rings. But some pretty neat stuff that you can do with Skyrim just by modding it. Like, there's honestly a lot of cool things you can do. And you can even find the spot where the little hobbits were all at, which is also kind of pretty cool. Little tidbit, but anyway, now we're gonna run off to the place way up over here. Oh crap. That thing just kind of popped out of nowhere. Well, now it just gave me some stuff. Now, preferably, I would have liked to have a certain weapon enchanted, so that way it's not... that way you can see, but I decided you guys would probably want to see a god tier weapon and see how they are made, so a lot of the items you can get, like a lot of the stall room is all a bit sparkly for my taste, and weapons, and a little bit too blue, but I'm doing stall room weapons mainly because of the perk that you can get with them. Now the Nern root, if you keep collecting them, come in handy a lot on at least one of the quests. And yeah, anyway, this is, as soon as we get back to Whiterun, we're gonna turn in and see where to go from there. Now, is this Whiterun? I'm not sure, but more than likely it is, from the look of it. Now, the spell that I'm using is not very good if you want to sneak to do sneaky kills, but it is relatively good. Now, as you can see, I pretty much just slaughtered all of the guards right here, which they'll probably respawn and arrest me in the as soon as I get in, but I have a mod which helps me with that. Problem is, if you kill too many people, they will
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something.
Guess they're not gonna arrest me. Oh well. Now, if you want me to get arrested on this and show you a little way to get out easy without having to sleep and continue your missions, then let me know, and I will be more than happy to show you. Now, we're gonna go in here, and I think we're gonna end up go over here.
The terminal. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his steward Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. My associate.
So your information was correct after all.
And that is all we have time for today. So.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that?
Hopefully you have some.
Just send me a copy.
Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.
To come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby.
Then we're gonna watch it, seriously.